So I can start by saying hello, and within a fraction of a second, it's going to reply back saying hello again, what's up? So I can ask a few more questions. So I'll just say, tell me more about income statement. And then again, within a fraction of a second, it's going to reply back with the information that I would need. And I can keep chatting with this number from my WhatsApp. Hey, in this video, I'll show you how to use WhatsApp to build your own agent. Now, this can be anything from an agent that you build for a business so that whenever someone messages on WhatsApp to that business, this N8N agents take over and then kind of replies back and forth. This might not just be WhatsApp, Telegram, and it can be any other messaging platform out there as well. In another video, I'll look at how to set up Telegram, but Telegram is a bit straightforward. With WhatsApp, there's a few nuances because you have to go into Meta, set up your application, and there are a few hurdles there. So I just want to show you how that works. But if you've been looking at some of my previous videos where we used N8N, you'll notice that we can easily build a RAG model where you put all the information of a company within that RAG model, and then whenever you chat to this agent via WhatsApp, it's going to reply back from the repository of information that you've given it. So if you're excited to learn about these kind of automations or building AI agents without any code, or if you want to build some AI agents using code as well, which is probably coming soon next set of videos, then hit that subscribe button and also like this video so that you get notified when I release those videos. So let's just get started with this, and I'll just make this window slightly bigger, and I'll come and open my new workflow by clicking on this create workflow button. And the first step is going to be WhatsApp. So we can search for WhatsApp Business Cloud, and we are going to trigger this agent on message. So I'll just put that in. So when you do this for the first time, you'll want to come in here and create a credential. So let me show you how you do that. Click on create new credentials. So here is where you would need client ID and client secret. So for this, you need to go to business.facebook.com. And if this is your first time selecting a business portfolio within business.facebook.com, or if you don't have a business portfolio already, then you might want to get in there and create one. It's quite straightforward. There are a few couple of steps just to follow, and then you'll have business portfolio done. And once you're there, you can come into the settings button, and within the settings button, you can come into the apps. And when you're in apps over here, you can click on this plus button to create a new app. And here we are saying create a new app ID, and you can just give it a name. I'll just give it N8N WhatsApp 2. And in the next screen where we are defining our use cases, we'll select the and hit next. And for the select an app, we'll just say business next. App name, email address is fine. So you can just go on create app. So once your app is created, you'll be on a screen like this, and you can verify the app name that you just created. So here we want to come into WhatsApp and click on setup. So you can go through these prompts and set up your business platform API. So once you're here, you can click on start using the API, which will bring you to the API setup page, and you can click on generate access token. And over here where it says choose WhatsApp account you want the app to access, I'll just say opt in to all current and future WhatsApp account and say continue, save. So in the meantime, what you can do is also come into the tools section over here and add your own phone number. And once you put in your own phone number, you'll see that the access token is now generated. So you can save this token for the last step. But what we really want now is come into app settings and click on basic. So here is where you'll see the app ID and the app secret, which is what you need to copy and come in here and put it as client ID and client secret. So now that it's done, it says the credential that I just selected, and this is all looking good. So I can click on back canvas. So here, let me just add the agent, and to this agent, you can come in and click down here and you call it tools agent and click on back, which is all looking good for now. We'll come back to this bit, but we want to select the chat model, which is the LLM that we're going to use. So here, I'll just say OpenAI chat model. Again, if this is your first time, you'll come in here and say create a new credential, and you would need to paste your API key, which you can get by coming to platform.openai.com, come to API keys, and you can click on create new secret, and that'll give you a key that you can use. So just paste that in here and you'll be authenticated. Let me close this for now, and you can select the model. I'm just going to leave it at GPT-4 or mini for now. Click on go back to canvas, and for the memory, we'll just say window buffer memory. And we need to do a little trick over here, which I'll come back to in a second, because once it throws an error, it'll all make much more sense rather than doing it just right now. And so this is looking okay for now, the AI agent. There's some missing configuration, which we'll do once we run this end to end. And for the output, I'll just select WhatsApp again, and this time I'll select send message. So again, if this is your first time, you need to come in here and create the credentials, and this is where you would need need to put in the access token and billing account ID. Now, if you remember in the previous WhatsApp step, we put in client ID and secret, but this time it's requesting access token and business account ID. But fortunately, we've already created this. You just have to go back to business.facebook account, and where you had selected or copied the access token, you can just copy that, or you can do this again by selecting generate access token and then coming here and pasting the access token. And once you've done that, here is where you'll see the business account ID. So let me just copy this as well, come back to the input field where we need to put in the business account ID, paste that in there and click on save. So now this is configured. We can come back to the canvas and look at this. So this is all looking good. Okay, there are a few things missing in the configuration itself. So far we've just authenticated this, but there are a few things over here like the success. We can say success as the text body for now, which should be our test, and it's automatically picked up a test number, so that's fine. And you can put in your phone number over here and click go back to canvas, and now you should see that the exclamation point is gone. So let's just run this once. So I'll put this in test workflow mode, and we'll send a message to our test number that we've got from WhatsApp, which is what you got when you came into API setup, and there is the phone number, so we just send a message to this number. So I'll just click on new chat and put in that number +1, and it already says test number, so let me just click on that, so I can just say hello. And now we have enough information to go back to n8n and do the final pieces of the puzzle, which is the final configuration. So if I come in here, you'll see there is an error. It says no session ID found, but let's just look at each step one by one. So if I just click on this, you can see all the data relating to the message that we received, and if you scroll to the right, you'll see your phone number and the message that was sent. So now when we look at this, we have all the data that we just sent over. So if you look at the body of the text, says hello, which is the message that's sent. We have the metadata like the phone number that sent the message to, and the name, and even the ID. The from number, I've just masked the number for now, but here you should see a real number. So we're going to do a few fixes. So let me just click on this and say define below, and the text, I'm going to drag this body over here, so that's good. And then the error that we just saw was saying no session ID found. So for this, we can just use the WA_ID as a session ID, which we'll define in the memory history step. So click back canvas and come to your window memory buffer, and even here you'll just say define below, and here is where you need to put key. Now because there was an error running this node, it just says error running node, and there is no way to look at the inputs that came in, but you can just copy and paste this in your key section over here. So this is the WhatsApp trigger. So if I click on back, and this is what I've named it, WhatsApp trigger. If you name it something else, then call or enter that over here. And then here we're saying item JSON concat 0 WA_ID, which is what we just saw in the previous screen we were on. So this is looking good. So what I can do is click on back and I'll hit save and click on test workflow. So now it's waiting for a trigger. So I can come back to my WhatsApp again and say hello. So now it looks like it ran steps, and then it says success, because success is text that we find as the response in this step over here. So you can just click into this and look at the text body. It says success. So when you open this step up, so you'll see all the data that we have. So we have the WhatsApp trigger over here and the message that we sent, which was hello, and the message that the AI agent generated. So what we want to do is remove this success text and then just drag this output over here, which will send back the response that AI agent generates back to WhatsApp as a response. So now you can hit test workflow, but I think we're pretty confident it's going to work. So let's just put it to active mode. So it says workflow is activated. So let's open up WhatsApp and let's start typing. So I'll just say hi. So you'll see we got some response back. So I'll just ask for a random thing. So let me just say, give me a recipe for making a burger. And you'll see it kind of responds with the recipe of making a burger really quick. So with this, I guess you can think of the applications, which are quite endless, because once you have this basic setup working, you can add more tools over here, which can be Pinecone or any other vector databases. You can add in your own company data. You can link it to Gmail, calendar. So once you hit send on your WhatsApp, it should be able to do all the workflow for you. So it can be your personal assistant that you train, or you can train it on a company's data and sell this as an assistant to that company as well. So hopefully you've learned something today. And if you have, hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below on what kind of use cases you're going to try out with this new WhatsApp agent. Until next time, I'll see you.